Hello, this is Rob Smith from the In the Black newsletter and the In the Black daily trading desk with a short video on what you can expect when you join me during the day on the trading desk. And first of all, I use charts from neovest.com. I feel that I've been working with them for 20 years, helped them develop some of their filters, and as you can see, crystal clear and beautiful charts. Anyway, what you can expect is basically almost an all-encompassing of my work. I recommend everything from monthly down to the scalp trade as things develop, and give you a continuous ongoing update of market conditions. So here's the spiders, and obviously we were watching this 118, if you've been following me at all, the 118 support, which we took off on, and that was very nice. Basically, this is a longer term trade to keep people into the market and say, so is it a swing trade? Maybe we're trading in a range, but certainly recommending long as long as we held over 118. So during the day, I will be mostly calling out scalp trades, and that would mean something between 15 minutes and a half an hour. If they're going to continue to run, so be it. It also depends on market conditions. So if we are in a trending market, oftentimes I'll have people hold positions longer. In a neutral market, as we've seen recently, we're going to take profits fairly quickly. But because of the extensive work I do on the newsletter and the research at night, during the day, I field questions, and the scalp trades are also based on whether we have direction as far as monthly, weekly, and daily charts, which can also be turned into swing trades, entries, whatnot. So I will be recommending almost everything across the board as I see it. And when I do call out the trades, oftentimes I do go through and discuss the longer term perspective on whether things are to be held or not. So as a just quick example of what we did today, Netflix, I use a lot of candlesticks. So you can expect to know your candlesticks, and that can be very basic stuff. So in this case, Netflix is good because it almost encompasses everything that we watch. First of all, Netflix spiked up in the morning and came down as we had a huge 250-point rally in the Dow today. What that was telling me is that Netflix is weaker than the overall market, and so we're looking for relative performance versus the market. And so oftentimes you'll hear me discuss which stocks are lower than they opened or higher than they opened, and that's important to know on whether you want to go long or short these things. They're countering the market or they are trending with the market. So in the case of Netflix, we knew it was underperforming immediately. It got hit very hard. It traded sideways as the market continued to go higher. Then we look for something like this, a shooting star, where it goes up and we short below the star. And when I say short below the star, if I don't have time to get to it, that's where you short it. Oftentimes I will call the price out at the bottom, and that's where the short is initiated. Stop always goes on the top. And in this case, we got shooting star, the relative underperformance of Netflix, as well as another pattern I look for, the measured move. And that is the down, consolidation, and then the measurement from that down. And we got that perfectly. So we got the candles that we use, we got the pattern that we use, one of the patterns that we use, and the relative performance that we watch constantly. I'm monitoring about 700 stocks. I'm monitoring about 300 every half an hour. I pull up those charts to look for certain patterns, and then a much lesser amount as I can, but very closely. And so we'll be monitoring that, and I'll be monitoring that for you, as well as the major sectors, how they are performing versus the averages, and that would be the energy sector, financial, metals and minings, the REITs, and energy. So how the sectors are acting versus the overall market, and then we break it down into individual stocks, and I'm doing that all day long. If you're new here, I only recommend the underlier, the stocks themselves usually, and I know a lot of people like to trade options. I will recommend options closer to expiration when premiums are low. Uh, Basically, it's my job to know where the underlier is going, and that's what I do. I'm not an expert in options, and the the times that I do recommend them, like I said, is close to expiration, and or in certain situations where I use Bollinger Bands, and those will be swing trades, not scalp trades. And when Bollinger Bands contract, we're looking for volatility, and we put on spreads there. Or in extreme cases of wide Bollinger Bands, we're going the other way. But that's very rare. And so if you do trade options, expect to hear mostly about the underlier. Um, I will field questions, and there are many people in the room that do trade options all day long and can assist with that. Mostly, I would expect it to be in the money options since we're trading, very short term, unless I'm discussing about the possibility of it being a swing. That said, yes, we look for the measured move. I'm going to look for very key support and resistance levels, channels, like say on a daily Honeywell. Anything that's it becomes obvious, or ranges, if you will. Been trading Nucor. You can see, then this is swing trade, and we also can tie that into intraday trading. We know we're looking to buy Nucor close to 37. On the daily, you got your hammer here. Support holds. And then intraday, we can be looking for intraday setups on when we want to time that buy. So, that said, I also am accessible through email, and I answer many questions overnight. So when I'm not on the trading desk for 7 hours a day, I get on the trading desk about 8 o'clock in the morning, Chicago time, till the close. I sometimes take a short lunch break, but I'm usually watching the screens. It's just to save my voice from speaking for that long. But I do encourage email and to stay in touch. One of the things that people really enjoy about spending time on the trading desk is that even during slow periods, we have the opportunity to discuss and point out different methods that I'm using, different things that I see, different things that you can watch, how to set up your trade station properly to watch what we're watching, and we get a lot done. So I hope to see most of you join me, and for those of you who've already joined me, it's great to have you. I'm Rob Smith from the In the Black newsletter and the In the Black trading desk, wishing you happy trading.